Hey guys, today is Saturday, it's October 14th, time is flying, and this is our 36th weekly vlog in our 2017 vlog series. So if you saw last week's vlog, you know I ended it on a Friday instead of a Thursday, so I'm starting this one on a Saturday instead of a Friday. So it's early Saturday morning. Brian got me up at 5 this morning, which is like when we get up for work. But I was kind of awake anyway, so we went ahead and got up. And Brian's hard at work again, making that Boma curry salad because we both enjoyed it, pasta salad, so much last time. It was really good. So he's boiling the gluten-free noodles. We got a slightly different kind this time. Oop, all done. So while he's finishing the noodles, the pasta salad up, I'm gonna start breakfast in a minute, and my whole goal today is to rest. We've been on the go for a long time, and I just haven't had much time to just decompress, so that's my plan actually for the whole weekend, is just to rest. I know it's not very exciting, but that's what I'm gonna do. And I mean, I'll be doing stuff around the house, and I would like to decorate for Halloween this weekend. Oh, and that reminds me, let me show you the ridiculous size of candy that Brian got at Costco. All right, so here it is, and you know, I know on camera sometimes it's hard to tell how huge that is, but there's my hand. Like, this thing is huge. And so I said, oh, well, I can take the leftover candy to work, and he's like, no, you're not. Because I guess Brian's gonna eat some of it, but we probably won't even use a fourth of this with the number of kids we get. We just don't get that many. I think most kids and people these days go to malls and stuff to trick or treat. I just feel like it's dwindling in the neighborhood. So it's take two. As you can see, he's using fusilli noodles. They're gluten-free instead of the shells that we used last time. I think that looks kind of better. I know you didn't pick it for the shape, but I kind of think that looks more like pasta salad to me. And so I am going to taste it, taste test. We put more turmeric in this time because it doesn't have a lot of flavor.
And different peppers.
Oh yeah, different peppers. Mmm.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, as I said last time, to me it needs salt. Brian doesn't put salt when he cooks, but I like salt, so I would add salt, but other than that, it's perfect. So Halloween decorating has begun. It's a little late this year because we were out of town the first week of October. But this was my Zero popcorn bucket from, let's see, it's been 2 years now, the Halloween party. That's the last one we went to. But I just bought it because I love Zero. I didn't even care about the popcorn. Well, they have good popcorn at Disney too. And then I'll get this out in a minute. We've got this little Peanuts from It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. If you have not seen this, it's classic. You totally should. Really great movie. We watch it every year. This is our outdoor stuff, which Brian will probably end up doing most of. We've got pumpkins that are on stakes that go up in the yard. We've got various lights. We've got ghosts. We've got pumpkins. And we got these Mickey. They're Halloween colored, but they're Mickey shaped. And then we have this jack-o'-lantern guy. He lights up. And then we have two things we hang in the window. It's a ghost, sorry, he's upside down, and a spider. Amazingly, I think I am done with the inside decorating. Much easier than Christmas, I would say. We don't have that much indoor stuff because we usually don't have people over for Halloween. We do the trick-or-treating with the kids, but we don't have people inside the house. But in any case, this is our trick-or-treat bowl, and it's pretty funny. This hand actually will come down. It's motion activated. I don't have it turned on right now. And it'll come down on kids when they grab the candy, and I don't know why it's getting blurry. Sorry about that. Sadly, we've been keeping it in the attic, and I noticed his little hand is splitting and stuff, so that's sad. We've had this for years. Well, it might have done that even if we hadn't had it in the attic because it's so old. Got Lock, Stock, and Barrel from, Lock, Shock, and Barrel from The Nightmare Before Christmas. And obviously you're supposed to put candy in the tub, but we haven't done that yet. And then our favorites are the Peanuts. Love them. So here they are dressed up for Halloween from the movie. You can see Charlie Brown with his multiple holes, and he got a rock in his hand. He says, I got a rock. And then Pumpkin Patch and Snoopy is supposed to light up, but sadly the sort of electronic components are rusted because we've had this for so many years. And also the Welcome to Great Pumpkin sign is broken off. I just have it propped up there, but Linus is right here behind the sign. If you can see him, and it's getting blurry. The lighting in here is really bad. That's why it's getting blurry. That's why we never film in our living room. It's set up more to watch TV than it is to have great light. Might have to lean forward to activate this. This is so funny. My mom gave this to us for Christmas a couple of years ago.
Enjoying that food. I hope I may be of some service. So glad you come by.
This just cracks me up every time. The only thing I have in the kitchen is these cute little bat salt and pepper shakers, also a gift from my mom. She gets good Halloween gifts. We seriously got this from the dollar store like, I don't even know how many years ago, more than 10, because we had it at our old house. And it's been one of the most entertaining things. I was afraid when we bought it that it would scare kids too much, but they laugh, they think it's hilarious. So here's what happens. It is funny, I've had little kids grab the hand, yank on the hand, so that poor hand's been abused over the years, but they think it's the funniest thing ever. So, and it feels really weird too because it's rubber. It does feel kind of like someone grabbing your hand. So awesome, Brian was able to get the Snoopy light to come on. It looks so much better, that's really cool. Brian just flipped off the light and it looks even better. So here's the lamp with a light on as well. Woo!
Come right in. Our napkin just left us. So good you could come.
Spooky!
Right.
Brian got the spider up. Cool. He lights up red with red lights. Really neat. Alright, so here's what the outside looks like. We've got our little smiley jack-o'-lanterns. And we do have right here a new gift from my mom. It says Eek and it lights up and it's solar powered and we didn't put it in till tonight, so it'll have to charge up tomorrow. And then we have Disney lights on this side, pumpkin lights on that side, and ghosts going up the column. And then we have a ghost and a spider in the window. Looks pretty cool. Here's a closer view of the porch, and also I forgot to mention the jack-o'-lantern guy. And these guys look a little better up close, I think, to the spider and the ghost. Good morning, it's Sunday. We just had breakfast and it's still dark outside. It's weird how late it's getting light now, and I know the time change will change that, but right now it's getting dark, or staying dark pretty late. It's almost 7:30. Today is going to be super lazy day. I think we're going to watch a movie now and on the TV, and then, I don't know, from there, maybe play games. Haven't decided yet. On this lazy Sunday, we've decided to play Quests of Valeria, which you've seen us play once before. We really enjoyed it last time, so hopefully this will be fun. Our game is progressing. Brian says I'm winning. I think it's too early to tell for sure. I triggered the end of the game by completing the 5th quest. Brian almost had 5 quests too, but I did beat him just based on the victory points, which are these, sorry about the glare, but the purple numbers. But that was a fun game. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Hey guys, it's Monday. Survived the workday, and fall arrived officially. I mean, not the date, but the weather. We have had incredible humidity all through the fall, and that's actually unusual for October. Humidity in September here is not that unusual. Usually in October, we'll have a few humid days, but it's mostly pleasant weather. It's one of my favorite months of the year for the weather. Just sort of crisp and, you know, not cool, not cold, but not hot at all, low humidity, and usually a lot of sun. We've had a lot of clouds, not much rain until today, just a lot of cloud cover, and it's very sticky, soupy, warm weather. This weekend wasn't terrible. It wasn't super warm, but it wasn't super cool, and there was still some humidity. Today, this morning when I got up, it was 69 when I left the house in the dark. This is before sun came up, and sticky. So even though it wasn't hot, it still had that muggy feeling. Then today it poured all day. I mean, like a heavy torrential rain, which we needed badly. We haven't had a lot of rain. Then when I left work this afternoon, it was, and this is like right in the mid-afternoon, the warm part of the day. I work a really early shift. it was 61 and felt really chilly because it was cloudy. The rain had stopped, but it was still cloudy, so there's no sun. 61 and no humidity. So now if I'd been used to that weather, I wouldn't consider that chilly, but it actually felt chilly compared to what we've been having, because we've been having anywhere from 80s to 90s and high humidity. So this was refreshing feeling, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the week, because after today the rain and the clouds leave. We're supposed to have sunny weather and anywhere from mid 60s to high 70s with cool nights, and to me that's that perfect October weather. So I hope I'm not boring you with the weather, but I'm pretty excited. I feel like fall's been really delayed getting here this year, so super excited to finally feel some weather. Ironically, the leaves have been falling like crazy even though the weather hasn't changed. So that must have more to do with the amount of sun that they get, you know, because the days start getting shorter. One other thing, unfortunately Brian is not here for him to chime in. We saw the new Star Wars movie trailer, the one that comes out near Christmas in December, last week, but we just never got around to talking about it on the vlog. We talked about it with each other, but we forgot to record it on the vlog, so I thought I'd summarize. Sorry, I'll have to do Brian's for him. His main issue, we both thought it was fantastic, first of all. We loved it, and is very excited to see it. His concern, or I don't know what you would call it, but he felt like by watching the trailer, it looked like the cast from the original Star Wars trilogy would play a minimal role. I guess I was already expecting that. I think they're doing a, you know, change of the guard. I think they're moving on to younger actors, younger audience. So that, I don't think that was a surprise to me, because he mentioned it looks like Mark Hamill's going to be playing Yoda, essentially, meaning he's going to be the trainer. And I was sort of expecting that. Everything I saw looked really exciting, and I can't wait to see it. My only concern was the porg. I guess that's how you say it. P-O-R-G is what I keep saying. I fear that will be like a Jar Jar of this series. Hopefully not. It all depends on how prevalent it is and how annoying it is. I know most people seem to love it, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, yikes, I hope that's, you know, it may be more like the Ewoks, which they didn't bother me, so I'm hoping it's more along those lines and not along a Jar Jar line, but I could see the potential for it to be irritating depending on how it's used and how much it's used. But otherwise, I'm super, super excited about it. So that's basically our reaction to that. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely check it out if you're a Star Wars fan. I'm sure if you're a fan, you've already seen it. But somehow we got the Justice League review in there and didn't talk about the Star Wars trailer, so I thought I would mention that. But anyway, so far this week's going good. Can't complain. It's Monday and it rained, but it still wasn't too bad today. Just in case I forget to film again, it would look better if the sun was out because it lights up the leaves that have changed, but here's the progression of the leaves as they change. I know it still looks mostly green, but there are so many leaves on the ground, like you can see, and we actually had to sweep the deck. I had planned to do it, and Brian beat me to it this weekend because it was covered completely in leaves. And you can already see how he just swept it yesterday, and you can see how many fell already today. So they are definitely coming down. That's what I meant about apparently the weather temperature doesn't have that much effect. It seems to be more about the amount of sun and how the days are getting shorter. Hey guys, it's Tuesday and fall came in a massive way last night. I know I mentioned it yesterday, but this morning it was in the 40s on the way to work, and I think it's only getting in the mid 60s today, and it still feels a little chilly. Maybe it's just because we've been having 80s and 90s, so even 65 feels chilly. So I don't know if it actually made it up to that, but I actually had to kick the heat on today. So we made it through last night fine, but then it just kind of stayed cool all day today. So I had to finally turn it on because it was sitting at 63 inside the house, which is just a little cool. So it's kind of funny to have the heat on already. It does seem, even though I was complaining that it seemed like it was taking a long time for fall to get here, it seems weird to have the heat on. It seems like we usually make it till closer to the end of October before we really need the heat. So just like I said, it went from unseasonably to warm to a little on the cooler than usual side. But I think by the end of this week, it's supposed to be back up in the 70s, which is a little more typical for this area. This is something my mom made me years ago. I love it. And we have a perfect spot to put it outside, but we don't leave it up all the time because I don't want it to get weathered. And also, the hook we have to hang it on, if it was windy, it would bang it around, which I also don't want. But for Halloween night, we're definitely going to put it out. But we noticed when we took him out of the attic, his eyes are missing. I don't know, I guess they just fell off in the heat during the summer in the attic. So I didn't have any of these already, so I had to order them off Amazon. They were actually surprisingly cheap. Sometimes you look things up on Amazon, they're crazy expensive, but I really didn't want to have to go to a craft store, so thankfully they did have them and they were cheap. So let's glue him some eyes back on. I should have probably used something stronger than Elmer's glue, but I couldn't find any super glue or anything, so I just went ahead and used that. Like I said, since we're not going to leave it outside, it'll probably be okay, and if they fall off once a year, that's fine. I now have hundreds of googly eyes. So it's Thursday, and this is gonna wrap up the weekly vlog. Stay tuned next week. Some fun stuff's going on. Hope you've enjoyed this week. As always, we appreciate subscribes, likes, shares, and comments. Bye.